we go back to seeing that picture from the Alabama Crimson Tide, you're able to see Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. Those four guys, they're all burners. They are, the kind of the receivers that, Tua likes to throw to a lot more often. What is up, everyone? It is Jake with Master Football, back at it again. Happy Friday. Let's get after it. So, if this is the first time you've ever been here, all right, this is Master Football. This is all NFL news all the time. NFL, college, video games, all American football. I have to say American for all my British fans, all my Mexican fans. I think I had like 2 or 3 Mexican fans, but whatever, okay? Let's continue on, okay? All things football, that's what this channel is for. Let's get after it. Before we get after it, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the channel. Hopefully I can earn those from you. If you share it with your friends, that's awesome. I appreciate all this. I'm trying to get this channel going, but let's get into the video. All right. So I keep on going over this, and I'm definitely going to make some adjustments next year for the off season when I make videos, but it is so dead right now. Now, that deadness, we can go ahead and talk about a couple different things, because I saw one story that I wanted to illuminate and kind of go into it to let you know not only how dead it is, but I also think there's a story within a story here. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. All right, here we go. Tua Tagovailoa on 5 NT minicamp practice. Emphasis was to be aggressive, push the ball down the field. So you can see down here, we'll scroll down a little bit. He even says, hey, we talking about minicamp, man. So Tua goes out there. Tua throws a whole bunch of interceptions. It was practice. He threw 5 interceptions in a row. Oh, my God. They're really trying to push the ball down the field. That's what he says in here. It has an example and a link down here that says that Jimmy Garoppolo in 2019 threw 5 interceptions in a practice, and then they made the Super Bowl, and they were winning in the fourth quarter. So does that mean that the Dolphins are going to automatically make the Super Bowl? No. What it means is that, dude, it's practice, man. We're talking about practice, man.
I mean, listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game. We're talking about practice.
So you can see there that obviously that's what I think about this story. It is kind of ridiculous that we're literally talking about practice right now, but it's all we have. But you can see there that what they said in that story, they basically said that they're trying to push the ball down the field. They're trying to get more aggressive. They're trying to push the ball, get deep. They're trying to go for it, essentially. So with that, I think that looking at their draft and looking at a couple of their roster additions, you can really see why they're trying to do that right now. So here we are. We have the stats. I sorted this by yards per attempt in the league. So however many yards you have by how many attempts you took. Typically, it likes to show it's a combination of like completion percentage and yards that you have. You can kind of see like, ooh, is this person throwing the ball deep? Is this person throwing the ball short? You'll see down here. I mean, the names that are above Tua Tagovailoa are Garrett Gilbert, Joe Flacco, Brandon Allen, Andy Dalton, Chad Henne, Chris Streveler, P.J. Walker, Geno Smith, Drew Lock. He is right there tied with Ben Roethlisberger, but Ben Roethlisberger, I mean, if you look at that right there, he's, 33 touchdowns, 10 picks. He at least has a good touchdown interception ratio. I know Tua's got that 11-5. I understand. But for Tua there, they really struggle to push the ball down the field, and they're trying to do so in the offseason right now. I mean, looking at a couple of his games here, you'll see here the first game he got in there, the Jets, he was 2 for 2 for 9 yards. The Rams, he was 12 for 22 for 93 yards. The Rams had a really good defense, but they won that game 28-17. I think they have a really good defense in special teams too. Cardinals had a good game, 20 for 28, 248 yards and 2 touchdowns, 8.9 yards per attempt. That's real good. Chargers, 169 yards. Broncos, 83 yards. Bengals, 296 yards. We like that. Chiefs, 316 yards. We like that. 145 yards against the Pats. They won, though, 194 yards against the Raiders. He got pulled in that game. And then to end the season, 361 on 58 attempts, but 361 yards. So you see that there's lots and lots of ups and downs. I do think that checking out a couple different things here, you're able to see kind of why they want to go down the field more often. Not only in addition to that, but there's some personnel things that they've done too. So last year, when you look at the Miami Dolphins, they had a lot of big receivers in their lineup. So they have Devontae Parker, they have Preston Williams, they had Isaiah Ford. There was certain times when you could potentially see those three on the field. Now they had other receivers too, but those are three big receivers. I think three of their top four receivers. So there were those guys. Those guys are 6'2", 6'5", 6'3", big dudes. Not necessarily burners, not slow, but not necessarily burners. This next season, we're potentially going to see, I think Devontae Parker is going to play still, but they picked up Will Fuller in the offseason, big-time deep threat. They picked up Jalen Waddle, big-time deep threat. They already had Jakeem Grant, so that you could potentially, let's just say Devontae Parker comes off the field, you could potentially go from seeing last year lots of big receivers on the field to this year, lots of fast receivers on the field. They're trying to push the ball downfield more often. This fits their offense a little bit more. I mean, remember, if we go back to seeing that picture from the Alabama Crimson Tide, you're able to see Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. Those four guys, they're all burners. I mean, they're not weak, but for the most part, they're all at least very fast. Maybe not like super, super fast, but they are, the kind of the receivers that, Tua likes to throw to a lot more often. So they've decided to change their offense, added those receivers onto the team, really trying to go to a more spread system. I like the move, and I see what they're doing. I mean, everybody's going to get mad at the picks in the offseason. Oh my gosh, did you see the Dolphins suck? But let's be honest, man. What's going to happen right now is the Dolphins are transitioning the offenses. They went from big receivers. They're transitioning to more fast receivers. They still have Devontae, who's kind of a do-it-all, everything. But they are definitely going towards more of that speed system, and I love it. And if it means picks in the offseason for touchdowns in the regular season, I'm all for it, man. Well, there you go, guys. That's your video for the day. If you have any questions, again, get in the comments. What do you guys think about that right now? Do you think it's a big deal that he threw 5 picks the other day? Do you think that Jakeem Grant, Jalen Waddle, and Will Fuller are going to be the big-time starters? Do you think they might get rid of Devontae Parker? What do you think is going to happen with them? I'm really interested to see what you guys say. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the channel. Please share it with your friends. Everybody, you all have yourself a good weekend. I will see you guys on Monday with the AFC North breakdown.